Welcome back. It's Fist. What is he doing? He's covering Map Pack Escalation. Yes, if you don't know already, it's April 3rd, May 3rd, one of those thirds. And it's on a dashboard. You can download it for four new maps and zombie map. So you probably have already seen my convoy, and now this is my stockpile review. I'll probably basically just give you the same rundown on this map. This is more of like a focal point map whereas they put a gimmick in the game. And the gimmick is, we're going to put garage doors on B. So you can press the little light. It's plain to see. It's like a big red light. And you can press it and it opens and closes the door. Now, what happens is if you get caught underneath the door, it can hit you in your head and it stops for a second, but it'll kill you. It doesn't give the guy the kill, which kind of sucks. And as far as lanes are concerned, it's the same setup mainly. I mean, if you really want to break down on it, just go to private match, pull up domination, and do a flyby, and look at A, B, and C, and look how the map is set up. Now you'll notice that the map has like 2 lanes. I think it only has 2 lanes on the outside because the focal point's so big in the middle, and then you got 2 reciprocating horizontal lanes. One is on the bottom, so one is on the bottom, one is on the top. If you don't use the doors, the automatic doors. So that's the thing about the map, is like you don't have to use the doors, but when you set people up, and that's the good thing about you start to learn in these maps, you can start setting people up and using different things. Like for example, on Stockpile, it's really good, like right here to the left, before you go in the door, you could put a sensor down. I was playing in another game, and the sensor will cover inside the building and tell you who is in there if they don't have the pro for the block and the sensor. And the thing about it is that you can shut both doors, lay down a sensor, and then you pretty much know that, okay, the only way they can get in is the 2 horizontal spots from top to bottom. And if you cover one with the horizontal spot and there's nobody there, then really all you have to do is look at the other horizontal spot, and you can just play that game inside. It's like you could play the game inside flag B. I don't want to say camp. I was going to say camping game, but essentially that's what it is. You can sit in there and you can hold the map hostage, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I think these new maps have a lot more crevices in them, and a lot more use for ghosts, and a lot more use for sensors and snipers. And the thing about it is, they patched the game, but they did not release what they patched in the game. Which, I'm starting to notice, and I don't know if it's because I've been away from the game for a while, but I'm starting to notice like nuances that are different about weapons, and I don't know if that has to do with the patch, or what it has to do with, but I'm kind of curious. I really don't want to elaborate on it too much because I want you guys to be focused on the maps at hand. So you can play the game where like you can have someone shut the door and throw a grenade under there, and then the other guy tries to get underneath it and gets blown up. Oh, it's great. But the whole thing is setting up the B flag, and when you're playing team deathmatch, everybody comes in that building. So if you know all the entrances into that building, you're just setting up for your camping technique to kill them. Now, the horizontal angles in this map behind the spawns are pretty long. So if you get, because it's a big block center in the middle, there's mini maps behind the spawn. So you got like 3 little vertical alleys and like 3 little horizontals. Whereas in like maybe Convoy, you just had maybe 2 horizontals. But in the back of the spawns, you got like 3 horizontals, 3 verticals. So it's like a mini fight behind the main point of this map, and that's the rocket silo with the garage doors. So that's the mind games that you can play in this game. You know, you can, okay, I could sit back in the spawn, and there's 3 lanes by 3 lanes, so you could play games over there, or you get 3 by 3 inside the building. Not inside the building. I would say more like, 1 by 1. Yeah, it's just basically 1 by 2, 1 by 2. No, yeah, 1 by 2. Yep, something like that. So you'll get a lot of that in this game, like people circumventing your doors, but you could set them up with claymores, sensors, and the whole thing. So it's really, if you want to get into the fight in the middle, you better have gas, smoke, jammers, sensors. Come in that thing with a shotgun, because there's going to be a lot of camping going on up in there. And then outside the map, that's vertical to the B flag, you got like 1 lane, so it's pretty wide open right there. It's pretty much, dead man's alley right there. You get caught on the outsides of B, and you're running outside B, you're pretty much done, because it's pretty wide open on the right side, and then the left side. Yeah, I think they only have like 1 or 2 lanes on the outside, so it's a straightforward map. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. It's not like a Kowloon or nothing like that. I mean, to me, to be honest with you, I think the best maps, the maps that I like the most are Zoo, and I like Zoo, and I like Hotel. And then the reason I like Hotel is because there is so much vertical and horizontal enclosed game on the spawns, and then there's lanes down in the middle of the map. There's so many lanes. It's like, first off, it's just, I'll talk about it. You just have to see it. You understand what I'm talking about. Like, you got to fight out of your spawn and fight the people out of the elevator, and then they spawn on the other side and they set the same bullshit trap up on the other side. So you got to fight through half their team because they're camping in the middle. And then when you get there, then you got to play the little. It's funny though, because they think they're being slick when they're hiding in the elevator, and you throw a grenade in there and they come out running and you just shoot them. It's so easy. But I like Hotel and I like Zoo. Zoo is fun. Zoo is kind of like Carnival, but better. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I did something like 3.0 or something. And then until next video, Zoo or Hotel, it's your boy Fist. Peace.